the Superdome. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Second down and 8. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Jake Moody now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up. On 1st and 10, James. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. The Saints at 0-15, winless on the year. And they are up against the wall now, CD.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that one, because let's face it, most teams would have mentally checked out by now and have already looked at the offseason and thought about playing golf. But perhaps this team has stayed strong. They have their pride on the line, and they're eager to try and get that one win this season.
You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, All I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
19 tight. Warriors 17.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, report.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Jackson. He'll buy some time right. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Andy Isabella, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Off the RPO, he completes it. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. James rolling to his left. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen, Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll run with Tucker. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And now they'll shift things around. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's out right at the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. He's to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate any. There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach reach the 50. It's a gain of 34.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Off play action. James sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal perfection.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Sean Tucker, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Hey, report. You gotta make a move.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has. Percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Jackson. ETN bringing in another one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 5. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. Touchdown Raiders! Jonathan Mingo from 13 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, James. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Middle.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Jackson now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jonathan Mingo, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We saw this franchise do this back in the 09 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side. Coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown Raiders. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Back to throw. James escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here's James looking to throw on second down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Rashawn Gary, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. James. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now they'll audible to something else. James to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On the ground, it's Tucker. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. James. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. James. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Here's Tucker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
James now. Off play action. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, James. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed. He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose again, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 87 yards. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 53 yards. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Tucker. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Sean Tucker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the Saints' offense will remain on the field and go for 2. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. He's got it at the 2. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we third.
Don't worry. Go right here. Yeah.
Now Jackson. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Hey, middle.
To throw again is Jackson. Got his man, Okonkwo. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown! Chig Okonkwo, 65 yards. And the Raiders are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. James. And the Raiders have got him. Chase Young. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Raiders 77. Saints 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Raiders first down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, partner, nothing but praise for me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He'll get this off to ETN. Powering his way forward. Touchdown, Raiders. Travis Etienne from 13 yards out. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 21. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Operating from the gun, James. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now James from the gun on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. James. And that one complete downfield to Allen. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They run, it's Tucker. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. To throw is James from the gun on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First down, Las Vegas.
Hold on. No, we changed it.
Jackson will throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he running?
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. 20, 10. He's got the first down and then some. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
DC, right? Hey.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. This pass deep for Okonkwo. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Completes this to Elijah Higgins. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.